Hey guys, this is Ancient Mali, day number 3 about economic development. So today you're going to be able to describe the economic development or trade of the early West African Empire of Mali. You'll also be able to write about the economic development of the early West African Empire of Mali. So, Ancient Mali, this is the flag of Ancient Mali, by the way, green, yellow, red. Okay, we're going to review some important vocabulary words that you've definitely heard already in this unit of ancient civilizations. Let's talk about it now. So some important words that you've heard before and will hear again, you need to remember the meaning of, are ancient. Ancient means things that have happened long ago in the past. So, for example, right here, this might help you. Ancient is really old, right? But modern is the opposite of that. So modern means just happened. Ancient means really old. Prosperous is another word you're going to hear today. Prosperous means having success by making a lot of money, being wealthy or rich. So you can see here, prosperous is like bags of money. A guy sitting on a heap of money and gold and coins and gems. An empire. We have definitely talked about empires before, but we haven't talked about it in depth. So let's discuss what that word means now. An empire is a group of nations or people ruled by an emperor or a powerful government. So it's like a bunch of different countries ruled by one person, pretty much. They become one country underneath one land, underneath this empire. Rome had a huge empire. Greece had a big empire. And now we're learning about how Mali had an empire. So, Africa was home to several great empires. One of the most prosperous, wealthy, or rich was the Empire of Mali. Mali is located on the continent of Africa. So here's Africa on the world map, and that's where Mali is. It sat along the prime meridian in the northern hemisphere. Ancient Mali is located in the west region of Africa. You should have completed this sort last time, but we're just going to do it together again and to refresh our memory. In Africa and in Mali, we've got some important features. We've got the Sahara Desert. Okay, and here's the country of Mali. I'm going to move that over. You can see from right here that the Sahara Desert is half of the country of Mali. So it takes up about half of it. Half of the land of Mali is desert. Okay, and we learned in the first video that we watched that the rest of Mali is called the Sahel. And the Sahel is the land where the Sahara Desert meets good grassland, where crops can grow, trees can grow. So it's good farming land, okay? So the bottom half is the Sahel, where the Mali people can grow food, which is why it's livable. Okay, the next feature we've got is the Niger River, okay? And that goes right up here, okay? And right along that river in the middle of Mali is Timbuktu. So that's how things stand with the features of Mali. We learned that last time. Ancient Mali is located on the Niger River, which we just talked about. This is an important river for trade. So here's some pictures of the actual Niger River. So let's talk about trade. Remember, trade is the transfer of goods and services from one person to another. Mali became one of the largest and wealthiest empires in West Africa and was an important trade center. Ancient Mali was located on the trade routes between the salt mines in the Sahara Desert and the gold mines of West Africa. So gold mines are over here, salt's up here. You might remember earlier in the year when we learned about Africa, one of the important features was the Alps Mountains. So all up here where the salt is, right? The salt's up here. They have to cross the mountains to get there. They have to cross the mountains to get to those salt locations. Okay, so that's a big deal. Not only are they crossing a desert, but they're crossing these mountains. So in order for people who lived in Mali to get salt, it was a huge deal. It was a big thing that they had to do. Okay. And if you see these red lines are actually trade routes. So that's how they would travel from one place to another. So you can see here from Timbuktu, they would go up to Slige Massa. They would go from Gao to Gat, Agdas, Cairo, and Cairo, obviously, remember, is in Egypt. So they would trade things with the Egyptians, which was an important place. It was really educated too. They had a lot of stuff. So the people of Mali would trade gold for salt. They would sometimes also trade ivory, beads, and animals. Hold on. Did you hear what I just said? They traded gold for salt. Why do you think they would trade gold for salt? Well, for health reasons and also to preserve their food. If we don't eat salt, our bodies won't work. We literally can't move without salt. Even though gold is valuable and makes you rich and is worth a lot of money, salt is more valuable when you need it to help your body move and it's hard to get a hold of. Remember, we said it's really hard for the Malians, for people who live in Mali, to get salt. It takes a lot of work. So when they traded gold for salt, it was literally to survive. You also need salt to preserve your food or it will go bad. So that's important that they had salt for that. The salt mines were located north of Mali. So if Mali is here where Timbuktu is, then the salt is all up here, up in those Alps mountains, like we said earlier. Camels were the animals used to carry goods along the trade routes. Camels would travel together in caravans. Okay, so we just talked about trade in ancient Mali. Now your job is to write down one important thing that you learned about Mali today. You're going to write it in this sticky note. Go ahead and give that a try now.